Ladies and gentlemen, Skyper Cars is probably, I'm not very sure. I really don't think that, I'm probably not sure this isn't going to be going to Lost My Mind. So, welcome back to, I don't really think so. That is going to be Vehicle Legends. And today, this is going to be the last day of the month. And I'm surprising you try to say licensed brands is going to be coming soon as well, and that could be the good news. And the bad news is we're losing all of the cars. That something is not going to be probably to do so as well. So we're going to be trying to check it out, and unfortunately, I won't able to turn on any chats like there ourselves or the players tab that we're going to be trying to see as anyways. So I will be look onto this one as well. Unfortunately, that I'm probably turning off the mouse cruiser off as well. So unfortunately, the performance is extremely bad as hell. And look what I just probably said. 5 to 3 frames per second, which is extremely terrible. Unfortunately, my computer has gone wrong, and the GPU died, and anything else has just went worse as well. So we're gonna be going for a round and see what is going on. There must be some sort of a removals over here? I think I just probably that we never said. This is pretty not good anyways as well. As we're gonna be teleporting and we're seeing anything around the world. And it looks like this isn't gonna be going for a round for just a little bit bad happens as well. So we have Koenigsegg. I still have a Koenigsegg for around here. So a Gumbert, Apollo, Mercedes, and a little bit amount of those kinds of cars, and many more of those things that I probably have. And especially for a lot of limited cars. I got a lot of limited cars for just very sure. And Belloc, you should enable it just coming right over here. But eventually, I might gonna be turn the volume down, and especially that copyrights isn't gonna be going for almost everything as well. So we're gonna be completely looking to other kinds of cars. Unfortunately, the Italian cars has just remained for itself and being changed back to Ferrari into some sort of frictional. So we're gonna be going for over here, and we'll be trying to say it's gonna be loading for a little bit for very much. So we got Spiker, C8, and a lot of those things like the Spider as well. So we have our very first licensed cars we have for today. And I'm probably very sure we're gonna be reviewing for just only one. Let's just wait for it. And we got here. So am I gonna be scrolling all the way out? But I'm not, fortunately, that we're gonna be trying to purchase here. So the top speed is gonna be 188 miles an hour, including for such as another one is 187 miles per hour, such as the Spider. So let's just scroll down for very another much as we're looking to further notice this isn't going to be scrolling down, but no race cars was actually otherwise for over here, but I'm not very sure. There's no LaFerrari and the lights just went turn on. Great. Now looks like we're going to be scroll a little bit all the way up here. So we have the Ferrari Purasangue. So the Purasangue was actually pretty 223 miles per hour, as we'll be trying to see there. It looks like it's not definitely back to normal, I guess. It looked like frictional, I guess. Like a futuristic Toyota was pretty such as enormously like this. And we're gonna be checking another Ferrari. Was always another frictional, I guess. It was actually the 488 Pista or the 488 GTB. So I better yet, this isn't what I actually try to find out. If them was actually for a future like these things. Unfortunately, we completely missed the egg hunt. Like all over here for many more of those things. But I cannot believe this isn't going to be going for very much as well. So This is gonna be for our one last drive, and then I might gonna be leaving Vehicle Legends, or I just try to quit Vehicle Legends for any time soon when I just came back from my fresh new computer, or whatever we try to do this as well. So we're gonna be trying to use for a Koenigsegg CCGT or a Gumbird. We're gonna be trying to using for a Club Sport, for the RUF CTR3 Club Sport. So I bought this from Christmas, and we're gonna be going for last 90 miles. We're blasting all the way to 3,000 miles driven. But things have changed to the whole map. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be trying to take along with the city as well, as we might try to look all the way up. There must be an airfield over here. So I'm gonna be trying to use this. I'm gonna be slightly pulling over, and it power slides not anywhere doing this as well. But I'm probably sure the driving physics are pretty okay. So let's go for around for the camera mode. Wait, that must be still actually pretty over here from the airport as well. It's still actually pretty here. Nothing has changed. We're going to get pretty scenes for all over to do this as well. So I'm probably going to be getting away for itself for a pretty long time. Like I'm blasting it all over here to 200 miles an hour. Wait, I'm going to get a little bit for correction for this rotation like this thing as well. So I'm pretty sure the driving physics or skills are not pretty good. It was just under 10 frames per second, which is terrible. And I just hit the wall, and the steering was extremely too slow. And the bad news is, unfortunately, we're unable to reduce the data as anymore. So, in a third anniversary of my racing channel, we're gonna be trying to see for a full tour for my data experience before I gotta be trying to get rid of all of there, and as much as possible for in sort of photos and some downloads, a lot of there. And this isn't going to be pretty possibly to do this as such as many more videos. So I got nothing like anything as well. And I won't be able to assure that we're unable to win. But first off, I got over $10 million or 10 million credits in cash. But I slipped away out of the highway. Looks like that turns into pole position of the game of 1988 or the 1984 Formula 1 racing game. I never see such as one peaceful like these things as well, and I didn't able to be seeing for such as the deserted airstrip over here. So I might gonna be skipping a little bit pretty on to do this as we're escaping all the way into the night. Looks like I just probably turn on the headlights on, and not quickly isn't going to be going for pretty very much as well. It appears it didn't turn on the lights, but it does not can't do this as well. So let's just turn on the lights again, which is... I almost disappear for just a little bit for just going to be going to disable for around here. So we still have the racetrack. So, not kind of over here for just a little bit for very much. So, we have disabled the full throttle. And we're almost there into the festival. We go. We just power slide into the left. But I just went too fast. I do not believe this isn't going to be going on. So, we're not going to be doing for the race. And for some sort of people, but unfortunately I'm unable to race because my computer runs on 4 frames per second, and which is exactly, it was pretty ruined. We're now being waited. What is that? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not gonna be hearing this. I'm not gonna be hearing this stupid music as well. So let's just gonna be trying to get away with this. And I'm not pretty interested whatsoever. Also, the steering isn't pretty good while I'm just gonna be trying to back up. So here we go for the Block Seawood circuit. And I'm not gonna be making for just a little bit difficulty as well. So as you can see onto the front, it has turned the headlights on already. So it's gonna be ready to do this. And it loads completely quick. And we're up to ready to do this, and we're going. And because of the music is just completely turned off. Now blasting until for the 1930s racing physics as well, for one thing as well. So just the worst physics, or the worst frames per second, or the worst performance. Should I just probably driving for a car in a worst performance on Vehicle Legends? So the acceleration was extremely slow as hell. So should I turn lately and cutting myself around for a little bit, for just a little bit one time? And now it goes. And such as a little bit for video games for just as well. What about just give us a boost? And we're completely almost missing a checkpoint. So it's gonna be up ahead and slow down to hit the brakes. Is it going to be just like this one? It's probably gonna be going all over the way for down over here. And I shouldn't be able to be seeing for such as a little bit to get a little bit unsafe. Hit the guardrails and blast it all the way down here. So you want to hear for some realistic car engine sounds, and I'm probably very not sure that we're going to be hitting a lot of volume for just a little bit this thing. Look at the power slide. This isn't going to be going for a little bit for just yet, because you leave me know down in the comments, my computer is so worse than I ever expected. That since the computer is made in China. That's right, all of my viewers. I'm probably very sure this computer is completely made in China. Anyways, I was too late to finish, which means it's gonna be for 1 minute and 37 seconds ahead. So for this last kinds of lap times later, and unfortunately I feel so extremely stressed out. But I'm afraid I might going to quit racing for just myself. And then the race has failed. And again, for it's so worse that I just expected to do this. That reaches all the way to 200 seconds and all over ahead. Cringe music was pretty banned on Vehicle Legends, which is probably terrible and terrifying to other kinds of viewers and the drivers. So nope, I cannot win for just about itself. 2911 miles driven, and almost the frames per second has just stopped. So let's jump out of here, and we're gonna be end of this video for literally right now. That was a complete stressful, for the worst things that I just never felt. I swear my Celestia. I'm unable to buy it for another computer anymore because I'm broke. So this is Turbo Concept is signing off, and don't forget the game is linked in the description down below. If you just try to dislike of this video, that the video isn't going to be probably like that good as well. And I'm very sure this isn't going to be always pretty awesome. Unfortunately, it was not pretty good as well. So something has spawned out of nowhere. It must be the McLaren 765LT. I might get to be returned to dealership immediately as fast. So we didn't actually get to be try to do this as well. So I ended up on the aircraft dealership as well. So we'll never being think. We just put on to the Maserati MC12, and I just jump around the vehicle for just off alone for just a little bit for inside out. So I hopefully that we're gonna be see you all next time. Before I might gonna be returning back to Vehicle Legends and other kinds of racing games when I brought for this new computer and downloading Roblox as well. So this is Turbo Concept is signing off in the flesh, and I'll talk to you mini lads all later, but it will be taking for so many years to come.